In this video, we're doing a recover item mission type. We're operating in the assassin's territory, so for this mission, we're bringing a skirmisher for the adversary damage bonus. Other than that, we also have our Phantom Ranger to scout for the squad, a grenadier with hollow targeting. We're bringing along a specialist to try and get some extra rewards while hacking, our Spark for lots of overdrive shooting, and a sharpshooter for the usual gunslinger blue screen combo. We're bringing the usual set of items. We have Talon rounds on our Ranger for flanking crits. We have blue screen rounds on our Grenadier and Sharpshooter for mechanical enemies. We've given the Mimic Beacon to our Specialist, as well as a Medikit in case something goes horribly wrong. And we've also given Battle Scanners to our Sharpshooter in case the Assassin does decide to show up.
Menace 1-5, we've got a bead on the Advent data vault near your position. Be advised, self-detonating charges are in place at the target. Move to disarm and extract the package before its contents are destroyed.
As usual, we have to get to that objective as quickly as possible. We have a building to work with, but there are probably going to be turrets on the train. We'll sweep wide first, and only start moving in once we get level with the objective.
I run.
Affirmative. Good to go. Double time.
Moving to designated position.
Our first pod is a priest, a stun lancer and a shield bearer. We'll move our squad into position and try to engage them next turn.
Affirmative, moving out. Moving to position. Orders confirmed, on the move.
To that position.
We could use an explosive to knock them down and also do some fall damage, but it's probably not worth it. We'll definitely start with overdrive though. But before we do that, I want to move our Ranger out of the way where they're less likely to reveal him.
Copy that.
There's the next pod, a Codex and a Sectoid. Now we'll open up. We want to start with the Stun Lancer because he's the most dangerous.
Threat eliminated. Position revealed.
When it comes to these two enemies, our next target is going to be the shield bearer. He's not necessarily dangerous as such, but we're unlikely to kill the priest outright because of stasis. We'll start with a grenade, especially since the shield bearer's still on the roof.
Fire in the hole!
Our sharpshooter can only see one target, so we'll move her in and then finish off the shield bearer.
Hostile terminated.
We can use justice to both kill the priest and also pull him closer. This is partly why we moved our ranger earlier.
The choice is made!
We kept our specialist free because she has a stock on her gun. So we know that, unless another pod comes through, we're guaranteed to kill this priest.
I await their approach.
She's still training, so no new abilities yet.
And I will end this quickly.
The chosen assassin is moving near your position. Stay on guard, people.
The hunt is on.
We can't move our ranger forward because there's a couple civilians on the corner. We'll swing through the restaurant instead.
Understood. Moving out.
Our sharpshooter can actually see the codex from here. We should be able to instantly kill it, as long as she doesn't roll min damage and it doesn't graze the shot.
Possible intel located. X-ray neutralized.
That just leaves 2 sectoids, which aren't really threatening at this stage. We can move our spark to see both these sectoids. One of them has also flanked itself.
Movement request confirmed.
We can finish off the first sectoid with combat protocol.
Finally!
For the other one, we could use demolition to remove its cover, but our skirmisher is only going to be able to get 1 shot, so he's unlikely to kill it.
Repositioning.
We'll try and hit it with our grenadier first. You miss every shot you don't take.
Miss the target!
We'll kill the first sectoid now. We're looking for the cog symbol, which means she can see it for combat protocol.
Let's do this!
We're not going to kill this sectoid, but everyone's in cover, so it'll either shoot at the spark or use a psi ability.
On Overwatch.
Mind spin is okay, as long as he doesn't reveal another pod.
I will not go back. Never!
The beautiful thing about panic is sometimes that happens, and it's very funny when it does.
The end is coming.
The assassin is probably very close to us now, based on her spawn point. We want to send our Phantom Ranger out to see if we can spot her. As expected, we've got 2 turrets, and they're both in awful spots.
Menace 1-5, this is Avenger. We have positive confirmation of the target package. Move to acquire. should be out there hunting.
There was a civilian just out of sight behind this panel, so now our ranger gets spotted. At least we also revealed the assassin.
Heroic, but futile. Just as quickly as you destroy these meaningless facilities, the Elders build another in its place.
It's one of the Elders chosen.
We'll reload our spark first, because we're only going to get the one attack. Then we'll use the rocket on the Chosen. Ideally we blow up her cover, but don't destroy much of ours. Our skirmisher's grapple is on cooldown. We could use Wrath, but she's immune to melee. There's also Whiplash, which will do a bit of extra damage because of the adversary bonus. Since our grenadier only needs to shoot at the assassin, we can use teamwork to give an action to our ranger.
We will overcome!
Not only can he get out of line of sight of both turrets, he can also take a shot at the Chosen with run and gun.
Hunt them down. There better be something there.
Now we can go back to our grenadier and she can use hollow targeting to mark the Chosen.
I'll get him next time.
We'll start with the ranger because he's likely to get a high damage crit, and we can use the miss streak to improve his odds. He managed to roll the 5% chance on his basic hair trigger. If we hadn't gotten the hair trigger, I would just shoot twice with our skirmisher, and maybe use Whiplash if necessary.
It is rare to find an opponent worthy of my skills. Rarer still to find one capable of besting me more than once.
Excellent work, Commander. We may not have put them down for good, but at the very least we've held off the Chosen for another day.
We'll move our specialist a bit closer to the objective. We could put our sharpshooter up top, but she won't get a height advantage over the turrets anyway, so I decide to keep her on long watch in case another pod shows up.
I'm on it!
Next we want to try and complete the objective before another pod shows up. We'll probably have to destroy at least one of the turrets, so let's get squad sight for our sharpshooter.
Don't slow me down.
We could take a shot at it, but we won't be able to kill it with all the armor. We can hack the objective, but there's no way to avoid the turret. Ideally we only have to destroy the one turret, but the other one's so close that it might not be possible. We could hop our spark down here for example, but the turret is around here, so it would still be able to see them. Our grenadier is also too far back to see the turrets. We could use combat presence on the skirmisher to give her an extra action though.
covered.
We'll give her the extra action and try to hit one of the turrets.
That armor's tough.
The turret only has 3 HP left. Our sharpshooter can see the other turret as well, so we'll send our spark in to shred it for her. I'm just trying to decide how close we can get without revealing another pod.
On the move. Missed intended target.
We should be able to at least finish off this one with our ranger.
That all you got? On reserves!
Hard target. Minimal damage.
This turret only has 4 HP left, so we can kill it with combat protocol. I'm just looking for a spot where we can see both it and the objective for next turn.
Finally.
No trespassers.
We lost the loot, but there wasn't really a safe way to get it this time. Now we can just hack the objective and not worry about the timer anymore. We don't need a facility lead, because we already have access to 2 now.
Piece of cake. Package in tow.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. The charges are inactive and the package is secure. Eliminate any remaining hostiles near the AO.
We know there's one more pod active on the other side of the train. We'll reload and overwatch in case they come towards us.
Begin the reload sequence. Overwatch. Tactical movement. Watch order confirmed.
Scanning.
It's killing time!
Our sharpshooter's a little too far back from our squad. We'll dash her up so she's in range for pistol shots next turn.
Moving out.
The enemies should be trying to move towards us, so we'll give it one more turn before we try and move in and find them.
Outside.
Amazingly, the security tower behind us has an alloy cache as a reward. This is exactly why we brought the specialist along.
I'll give it a shot. I've got access. Overwatch.
Set Overwatch priority.
Got it covered. Overwatch.
Moving ahead.
The pod is still moving around. They're just not coming towards us. We still have the mimic beacon if there's any problems, so we'll start moving in carefully.
I'm going!
Let's move already. Let's move already.
Affirmative.
Our sharpshooter's pistol overwatch won't do much, so we'll just dash her up.
Stepping off! Moving
Target
to
protocol engaged.
What was that?
We'll regroup our squad before we go in any closer, that way we have everyone nearby if we activate the pod.
Moving to position.
Going
Cover
down,
watch.
Got it covered.
Ever vigilant.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Enemies on the move. No problem, boss.
Here I come. Let's do this.
Moving.
On the move.
On
Affirmative.
Overwatch.
Covering
Optical
now.
sensors on
Scanning.
Overwatch.
I've got movement here.
The pod finally turned up. It's an Archon and a sectoid.
That is not good. Adjusting aim. They're flanking my position.
Not much of a hit.
Unfortunately, our skirmisher can't see the sectoid to use Wrath, and it won't let us target the Archon for some reason. We can grapple up instead for a couple of point-blank shots.
Utilizing hook.
But I'd prefer to try and get some grenadier promotions, so we'll feed it to her instead. We'll reload first though, just on the off chance there's another pod somewhere.
It's killing time. You can't handle me.
Now we can see the sectoid to use Wrath, and with the melee vulnerability, it's a guaranteed kill.
Usefully.
Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
The biggest thing we can take away from this mission is how useful teamwork is. We activated very badly with our ranger, but with teamwork, we could completely break line of sight on the turrets and get a good shot on the Chosen with run and gun. I should definitely try to make some more soldier bonds in the future.
This just goes to show that the Chosen are vulnerable and we can take them down. We just have to figure out how to keep them down.
Only one promotion this time. This is going to be another face-off for our gunslingers, so we have 2 of them now.
You have done an outstanding job leading the Resistance, Commander.
We have a level 2 soldier bond available now, and they've definitely earned the upgrade. We want to carry on scanning these alien alloys, because we need a lot more than the 10 we got from that mission.
Plotting new course.
You're becoming famous, Commander. You're a reputation is spreading beyond the Resistance, and soon the whole world will be watching. Are you ready to put on a show?
It turns out we actually got 3 bad dark events this month. Gone to Ground is one of the worst ones because your black market is out for the better part of 2 months, and then once they come back, you have to spend time to recontact them as well. During that entire time, you can't buy equipment or sell off your resources, which means we're going to be a bit limited for a while.
The results of our breakthrough were quite fascinating.
Now we have some alloys to work with. Of the 3 weapons projects, we're mostly interested in the storm gun and beam cannon projects. Our shotguns can somewhat make up for it with crits, so we'll go with the cannon for now.
Immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
Strategic resource located.
49 alloys should be good for some new equipment. We've already got a decent amount of intel, so we'll start contacting the Codex Coordinates region.
Setting course for Sector 5, India. Attempting to establish...
Commander, we're picking up an emergency transponder signal. It looks like the last team we deployed was ambushed on their covert action. We're sending Firebrand to their position for an evac.
Your attempts at subterfuge have failed, and this defeat will be a costly one.
Unfortunately, one of the enemies that's going to be on this mission is the Muton. While Templars can hit them with Rend, they can still counterattack, so our Templar is going to be a little awkward for this mission,